Hello, this is Jeffrey. Peace, everybody. Happy Memorial Day 2021. This is my errands on Memorial Day. I just come from public storage down that way. I got my Bluetooth speaker, JBL boombox on royalty-free music, funk. I hear arguing that. I'm dressed for the occasion. Patriotic hat. I got this from Walmart about a week or two ago. Less than $10, I believe it was. And I got these socks also. No, I got the socks from Amazon about maybe 5-6 months ago. Plus I'm matching. I got white on white. You can see that combination down there on tennis and socks. I got orange stripes in my gray. Well, my shorts is a combination of gray, white, orange. Plus I got some orange in my mask. Then I got a white belt on. I like this belt. I got it from a thrift store. I'm going to a thrift store that way now, and also Walgreens. I just come from my public storage down there. Well, public storage, it don't belong to me. I said my public storage, as if that was the name. That'd be a good name for it, but the name of it is public storage. It's 83 degrees on this beautiful Memorial Day. Thank God for all the soldiers that have sacrificed their lives, even for our freedoms in America. And thank you for all the soldiers that are on the battlefields now for protection of our country and interests. You know, freedom is, who wouldn't want to be free, you know? And there are some countries that are not that free, you know, but thank God that America is kind of free, or is free. You know, that don't mean I can go and we can go do anything we want, do evil and not suffer consequences. I ain't talking about that, you know. I'm talking about free in general, country, you know, in a good sense. Anyway, I don't want to get off on no tangent. Okay, it's 83 degrees on this last day of May 2021. When I see numbers, it makes me think of things, you know. Sometimes I see numbers that make me think of the first 3 in my Social Security number, you know. And when I saw 83 degrees, I thought about how I'm glad it's not 1983, because I was in prison about 6 or 7 years then. I went in 1976, stayed 32 years, but thank God I'm free. See what I'm saying? So, I like my colorful bike. Seems like I'm a tape recorder, you know, in these videos, because I say a lot of the same things in a lot of videos, but I add some other stuff, like right now I'm finna add something. I'm glad I thought of how to move my flag down there on the side of the basket, the front side of the basket. That's better, because it was on the handlebars and it was like, ain't nothing wrong with touching my hand out, my arm all the time. Sometimes it's a little irritable, and you know, cause it is kind of silky but it may get my fingers right there a little bit, but that's okay. I usually got gloves on, and I can just adjust it probably, you know, if it get my fingers all the time. But most time it probably ain't. The wind gonna blow it away. A lot of countries have a nice looking flag, but we got a nice looking one too. Look at that. That's nice. Represent the 50 states, them stars. and I'm patriotic to my city too. Well, my state too. I meant Texas. And Austin, where I'm at, is the capital of Texas. Okay, what else I was gonna say? Oh, I got my list, and I was listening to non-copyright music off film. I can get back to that later. Let me see, can I find some more public domain music, copyright free music. They're probably just playing one song at a time. I like this phone better than the last one I had. You can see the face, you can see it in the sun. Not much better than the other one that I upgraded from, but I'm not having to run into the shade with this one all the time. I got it on 100. I got the brightness on 100. Let me see, I'm on these windows now, and hope I ain't lost. Well, I can just Google it again. I'm gonna have to Google it again. I'm glad I didn't have to cover my ears on that truck. I'm having to cover my ears on ambulances, sirens, and police cars and fire trucks and some cars, cause the muffler, you know, just too loud. Funk, no copyright music. I can get my dance on. That's why I'm Googling that kind. Well, this way it was. The link I just hit, but it just played one song. That sound like funk. I might want to get my dance on. Well, I done accidentally turned it off. Celebrating America's freedom. I mean, it's not 4th of July yet, but I'm just for that too. I'm celebrating soldiers with the dancing and our military that's taking care of us. And I pray that they will be protected and have success. And I'm celebrating being home from prison after 32 straight years in prison. I've been out 13 years. This dance is covering these things, and number 3, I'm having fun. I think this just playing one song at a time. I'm still recording. Let me find some royalty-free music that going from song to song to song, you know. I should have wrote down all them thoughts that were coming to me to say in the comments, you know, before I got the camcorder on. Here's one of them. Here's one of them thoughts. I thought I lost my camcorders, but I transferred them from my backpack to my bag. And because the backpack was kind of heavy. I like the color of that backpack too. And purple and a lot of other colors. And I usually wear this to match, you know. Sometimes I wear, something else, you know, if I got purple on some other place. Okay, now, like a purple hat, I ain't gotta have that. And this, I had an orange, like, bandana, but when I grabbed this, I didn't have no green elsewhere. I didn't have no green elsewhere when I grabbed this mag, so I switched up and got this. So now it came to me to take around with me in a Ziploc my bandanas. So when I change masks, I can just alternate, go to another bandana. That's gonna be one of the things I look for at thrift store. You know, more of these. So maybe I'm starting a trend, maybe not. Maybe I'm the only one gonna be doing it. Converting having this in a suit pocket top to having it like in a shirt. I like the way they look in the suit. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Okay, so this can help me match because it's too hot to wear scarves. I wore scarves protect me from the cold and match with. So, and sometimes when it just like in summertime or get real cold, sometimes that happens. Temporarily, I can go back to the scarf. And then when it get hot again, soon, which it would in those occasions, go back to this. Anyway, I thank my subscriber friends for visiting me and that gave me that idea. It came to me as we was debating about wearing it around my neck, or which I didn't want to do. I said, I could put it in my pocket. So if it would have been for her initially sharing that thought as a replacement for scarves, I wouldn't have thought of that. This. I used to try to be cool in prison. So that ain't changed. I still try to be cool. And I used to try to be sharp in prison. I can do it better out here. See what I'm saying? I used to call myself Mr. Too Cool in prison. You know, walk around with a handkerchief out of my pocket. Of course, we could only have white handkerchiefs, white clothes. They have green jackets now, you know. They used to have white jackets. So I did all that with white clothes. It's better out here. I can wear a variety of clothes and do it with other color clothes and bandanas. You can't have them in prison, you know, bandanas, you know. Only a white handkerchief that they sell in the commissary. Commissary means store in prison, y'all. That for y'all that don't know. Okay. I interject a lot of things in conversations and doing things and saying things, and even in my writing, But now I'm getting back to my thought I left of finding some funk background music I just clicked on. It may have more than one song. This is an ad. Skip ad. I do that a lot. I like that. That's just 2 minutes and 9 seconds, so I'm gonna have to run it back. Well, I don't mind getting off. I mean, I don't mind keep on, you know, getting off until I find something that's staying. Let me get out of this person's way. Let me get out of the person's way. They got a cane. I'm in the middle of the sidewalk. All right, y'all. Let me get my ride on. I'm veering left and right. This big old sidewalk, I need to stay in the middle of it. But I'm trying to hold this camcorder, but let me better get situated. Austin, Texas. I'm crossing the intersection of South First and West William Canaan.
Soldiers for 19 days.
Find her. I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna kill her.
Sound like a movie preview. I'm at 18 minutes, that ain't bad. Oh, it went to another song. Good. They were just telling me that song was 2 minutes or something. Got my wish. I'm just doing it this way until I find out how to use correctly copyright music I used to use, like Cool in the Gang, Confunction, Keith Sweat, Madonna, Earth, Wind and Fire, Case in the Sunshine Band, wow. And so on and so on. Denise Williams, Lionel Richie. I need to learn how to use those songs correctly, safely. But this is already okay to use. This is my part of town. I come down the street a lot. That's the bus I ride the most. Number 2 in South First. Let's go from south to north, far south to north. I gotta adjust this, I gotta sew on this mask some more till I get it right, where it won't be coming off. Thank God they got a vaccine, you know, that's that is a cure for COVID-19. Thank God that millions, over 1 million. I don't want to say 2 million. I don't want to misquote anything, but it might have been that estimate. I know I heard over 1 million or more is getting vaccinated every day. That's pretty good. May all the people rest in peace that have passed away due to the virus. That's a funeral home, so may anybody that passed away for any reason rest in peace. Serenity Chapel. And may they get better treatment. May they get better treatment for dialysis. When I pass by those two places, the funeral home and dialysis place, I usually say and pray certain things like that. I also thank God that I'm alive. I do that now. I thank God I'm alive when I pass by that place. Where they building that now, the apartment, they're building an apartment there. It used to be the New Hope Church where I used to go. About 2 years I was a member there after I got out of prison. Thank God for the time now. And that's something good that's happening. Places for people to live. I don't have to practice these songs before I mimic the instruments because I can hear what's coming on. I can hear the instrument coming on next. Uh-oh, that did go off. Let me, oh, it came on. Maybe I can go to the next song or see what's up ahead. That's a nice little jazz. Even though I ain't into jazz, that's nice. The name of this song is Funk Down by MK2. No copyright. free doing this. In prison, passing time, I used to just look at myself in the mirror and do that. Thank God I'm out here free, I can do it. Before I went in 1976 at 19, I wasn't enthralled with music. I just, all them years in there, turning on the radios I had, it just growed on me. Bam. So, thank God I'm free and can do all this better. I used to have a sheet over my back. I thought I was Prince or somebody, you know, or whoever was dressed like that in entertainment. I used to picture myself as an offshoot of Kool and the Gang. That was my favorite group. I used to call myself Jeffrey in the group, and I used to actually made up a few songs, and I was the lead singer. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes as my character, Mr. Too Cool, I had a hat on that I stiffened up. I put less soap, you know, put soap in the hat while the hat was wet and let it stiffen up on a can. They call them a cigarette butt can. You know, let it dry out, and so the brim would be. And I had soda water taps on my fingers. That was my rings. Thank God I got real rings now. They're not expensive. They just like less than $15 at Promadora on Congress. They have some pretty good rings. Rat Pass, Oto, going toward town. Okay, now. So then I had my handkerchief, you know, and one time I was dancing like that, forgot I was in prison, you know. I knew the rules, but you know, I know they have contraband rules, and the officer said, "Inmate, give me that hat." I think he said, "Inmate, give me that hat, or give me that handkerchief." You know, I think I dyed the hat, or you know, but now I ain't got to worry about nothing. About 89 and 90, I would stand up like talking to somebody and had an afro comb in my hair. "Inmate, give me that comb." It's contraband, you know. So, and then this haircut fade that I do myself, when I did in prison, "Inmate, go to the barber shop." But I ain't got to worry about none of that out in the free world. You know what I'm saying? Because they have rules in the free world, but they have an avalanche of rules there because it's controlled environment. All right, let me get on my journey. Get on to, next on my to-do list is well, Walgreens before I go to thrift store. I've been doing this, I'm 64 and thank God I've been out 13 years out of prison. And I've been doing this since, not all my life, but keeping a to-do list since about 2010, 2011, you know. Not for bodily functions, not for eating and nothing like that, you know, and not for when I want to watch TV and hear music. I ain't got to say, put that on the list, but I'm talking about things that you don't do every day, you know. You don't go on errands every day. You don't, well, I go pretty often, you know. I don't look for a certain poem or remind myself to continue on this and that, or you know, I got certain things to look for. I don't just have that on my mind all the time. This is what the list is for. Things that things that you gotta wanna do. I put the string around here so the neck string won't be all everywhere, you know, just keep it in place, you know. I recently made a cardboard for the bottom. You know, basically nothing I got was going through the holes by maybe like that, but some stuff was sticking out. And I'm glad I made that cardboard, and I got it tape all on it to keep it dry when it rains. But that's just temporary till I get a harder one. 13 by 11.5 inches. It was almost at 12 inches, but I didn't know the name of that mark on the ruler, so I just stopped at 11.5. So I need to get better in math. That's what kept me from a GED all these years, but I plan to get it, you know, one day, that GED. This is gonna be a long video, but the computer I got now, the Dell, is pretty fast. I'm at 32 minutes. Wow, I told you numbers make me think of something. Think of things. Thank God after 32 years I'm free from prison. And I pray for peace over there in the Middle East, you know, and pray for the peace of Jerusalem. They have had some skirmishes there lately. I pray that they'll come to a solution concerning the land. According to the Bible, the Old Testament, you know, God promised a lot of the land that Israel don't have now to Israel. He promised, but that is for later in the millennium. You know, that means 1,000 years reign in Christ. They're gonna get that land, you know what I'm saying? But they're back over there now since 1948. You know, that is when Israel regained their independence, as a partial fulfillment of that. Anyway, and the frictions over there go way long ago. Go back to biblical times. Anyway, let me get on here. But I prayed for a solution over there, you know, temporary solution. And may those who lost their lives, rest in peace. But they have a ceasefire over there right now. Thank God, may it last. That's a nice beat. I didn't get no GED in prison, but I learned God's word. I'm glad for that. And I learned a bunch of words from the dictionary. I could have learned more. So more and more I'm gonna have to put my phone in here when it get hot, as it get hotter. As it get hot, I'm gonna have to put it in more and more in here. That's on the out. That's the outside pouch. I don't want to get put in there with the ice packs. Hey. Or it'll get down, you know, it might damage it. I'm back on my car. I never learned how to drive. This is my car. That's what it's gonna look like when it gets done. Man, it's incredible. know what things gonna look like when they get done. That's how God is. He know what people gonna look like when he get through working on them. And he gave man that knowledge. I'm glad I thought of putting that flag like that. And I was trying to make sure it's higher than the Texas flag. I recently